Welcome to our deep dive into chaos engineering within the Kubernetes ecosystem. As senior architects, we know that distributed systems are inherently complex and prone to failure. Chaos engineering is not about causing destruction, but about uncovering systemic weaknesses before they manifest as outages. By proactively injecting controlled failures, we move from a reactive posture to a proactive state of resilience. Our goal is to ensure that even when individual components fail, the system as a whole maintains its 99.999% uptime commitment. In this session, we will explore how to safely implement these experiments using Kubernetes native tools to build systems that are truly hardened against the unpredictable nature of production environments.
To implement chaos effectively, we must follow a rigorous scientific method. First, we define the steady state, a measurable output of a system that indicates normal behavior, such as latency or error rates. Second, we form a hypothesis. What if a specific service fails? Third, we introduce variables, the failure injection itself. Finally, we analyze the impact. If the system deviates from the steady state, we have found a vulnerability. It is essential to start with small-scale experiments and gradually increase the intensity as confidence grows. This structured approach ensures that we are learning about our system's limits without causing unintended side effects for our end users. Safety is the most critical component of chaos engineering. We must define a blast radius to limit the impact of any experiment. In Kubernetes, this is achieved through namespaces, labels, and selectors to ensure only specific pods are targeted. Furthermore, we must implement an emergency stop button, a mechanism to immediately roll back any injected failure if metrics exceed a predefined threshold. Automated rollbacks are non-negotiable for production-level experiments. By setting strict guardrails, we can gain the benefits of chaos testing while maintaining the integrity of the overall infrastructure and protecting the user experience from accidental degradation. The Kubernetes ecosystem offers several powerful tools for chaos injection, primarily using custom resource definitions, or CRDs. Chaos Mesh and LitmusChaos are two leading open-source frameworks that provide a wide array of experiment types, from network latency to pod killing. These tools integrate directly with the Kubernetes API, allowing us to manage chaos experiments just like any other K8s resource. By using these native tools, we can leverage RBAC and other security features to ensure that chaos experiments are executed safely and transparently. Choosing the right tool depends on your specific requirements for observability, ease of use, and the types of failures you need to simulate. Network issues are among the most common causes of distributed system failures. Using failure injection, we can simulate network latency between 50 milliseconds and 200 milliseconds to test how our services handle slow dependencies. We can also simulate packet loss to observe how TCP retries and application-level timeouts behave. These experiments are vital for tuning circuit breakers and retry logic. If a service hangs indefinitely because of a 100 millisecond delay, your resilience strategy needs adjustment. By mastering network chaos, we ensure that our microservices can survive the flaky networks that are common in global, multi-region cloud deployments. Kubernetes is designed to handle pod failures, but how does your application respond during a mass eviction? We use chaos experiments to simulate random pod deletions and node drains. This helps us verify that our replica sets and deployments are correctly configured to maintain high availability. We also look for sticky sessions or local state issues that might cause errors when a pod is moved. Testing node-level failures ensures that our cluster-wide scaling and scheduling policies are robust enough to handle the loss of entire compute units without impacting the end user's ability to access the application. What happens when a neighboring pod starts consuming all available resources? By injecting CPU stress at 90% utilization or simulating memory leaks, we can trigger the OOM killer and observe how Kubernetes manages resource contention. These experiments help us fine-tune our resource requests and limits. It allows us to verify that our horizontal pod autoscalers trigger correctly under pressure. Ensuring that a single, noisy neighbor cannot bring down an entire node is critical for multi-tenant environments and high-density clusters. This data-driven approach allows us to optimize our infrastructure spend while maintaining performance. Chaos engineering is useless without high-fidelity observability. We must integrate our experiments with monitoring tools like Prometheus and Grafana. We track golden signals, latency, traffic,
errors, and saturation. During a chaos experiment, we look for error rate spikes that exceed our 5% error budget. If we cannot see the failure in our dashboards, our observability is insufficient. This phase of the process often reveals gaps in our logging and alerting strategy. By correlating chaos events with metric deviations, we gain a clear picture of exactly how failure propagates through our service mesh and downstream dependencies.
The ultimate goal is to move chaos from a manual exercise to an automated part of our GitOps workflow. By integrating tools like Argo CD with our chaos frameworks, we can run scheduled experiments in staging, or even production. This ensures that new code deployments do not introduce regressions in resilience. Automated chaos stages in the pipeline act as a final gate, verifying that the system can withstand failures before the release is promoted. This continuous resilience testing builds deep confidence in the engineering team, knowing that the system is hardened against failures 24/7, not just during manual testing windows.
Chaos engineering is as much about culture as it is about technology. It requires a shift from a blame culture to a learning culture. Every failure discovered during an experiment is a win because it is a failure that didn't happen to a customer. By institutionalizing these practices, we proactively harden our systems and empower our engineers to build with failure in mind. As we've seen, using Kubernetes native tools for safe failure injection allows us to scale our resilience efforts globally. Continue to experiment, continue to learn, and continue to build systems that are not just robust, but truly anti-fragile. Thank you for joining this masterclass in Kubernetes Chaos.